it out, man. Listen out.
Hey everybody, this is Gio with the Method Lab. Make sure you tune in every Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. here exclusively on HiddenHeartRadio.com.
Check out your station on the World Wide Web.
HiddenHeartRadio.com.
You the other girl. You the mama. So, at least I'm a girl. At least I'm a girl. And I'm not gay. I'm grown. I'm not gay. I'm grown.
Stop beating your chest. You're making a radio.
You think you tough?
Oh, just because somebody don't retaliate don't mean they'll, whatever you said.
They pussy thing.
No, they don't.
Yes, it is.
They just don't want no. So if a man run up and hit a man, and the other man don't hit him back, that means he's.
Hell yeah.
Why
you fight back?
Okay, how come he just
Fuck
say
that thing about Martin Luther King?
No.
Beat they motherfucking ass.
No.
That
what
shows
about
that you not only aggressive, but you protecting your rights.
No, but what if they just being a bigger man and just walk?
Bigger man, my ass. I don't go for the bigger man shit. You got your wrong motherfucker. I said it. Now take me off of tic-tac or be back or whatever the fuck it is. Or Rick Rack. I don't even know what y'all talking about.
Yo, for the most newest music, the best music from the old school music to today, catering to the independents, HiddenHeartRadio.com. Radio you can watch, the pulse of the city.
What you doing still in bed, man? Yo, you need to punch in for that Morning Shift MKE with Sayer right here on HiddenHeartRadio.com exclusively from 10 to 2 p.m. Check it out, man. Listen out.
The Morning Shift MKE uncut 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. right here on HiddenHeartRadio.com. Real topics, real news you can use. You dig? You can also catch us at the Post of the City page on Meta or Facebook or HiddenHeartRadio.com.
Pitch Control.
The Morning Shift MKE uncut on HiddenHeartRadio.com.
Assalamu alaikum. I am Sister Rebecca.
Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to the Milwaukee Islamic Dawah Center.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Yamin Talib Muhammad.
My name is Doris White. I've been with the Dawah Center for about 15 years. Okay. Yogurt.
Since 2017, our food pantry program continues to reach to thousands of families and individuals. In 2021, we distributed over 1 million pounds of food and impacted over 100,000 individuals.
We've been serving our community for years with our pantry.
We have a pantry here on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, about 9:30, 10 o'clock.
We were awarded a $30,000 grant to purchase a 27-foot truck, as you see here, 27-footer, as well as a 17-footer over here that we use to provide food services throughout the city of Milwaukee, Milwaukee County. With the help of Allah and a great team of volunteers, our pantry continues to combat food insecurity in our community.
Everybody like it. They love it. And not only like it, they love it. A lot of the same people, a lot of new people. And we see a lot of new people when we are on Hampton. That's when we see a lot of new people, but mostly the same people here. Every third Wednesday of the month, they give a big giveaway. We even give twice as what you see today.
The donations that you have given and continue to give us fuel the work that we do. And we can't say thank you enough. Assalamu alaikum.
May Allah reward you and your families for your continued support in this life at the next. Assalamu alaikum, Ramadan Mubarak.
Top of the morning to you.
And I just want to let somebody know out there right now that it's already in you. See, you're looking at a lot of things on the outside. You're looking at your education. You're looking at how you look. You're looking at how much muscle you have in the weight room, not knowing that your strength lies in your soul and in your spirit. We all know people that's highly educated, look nice, can lift the gym, they've got really nice bodies. But guess what? They got a weak soul and a weak spirit. And when life come their way, when life come swinging, that weak soul and that weak spirit cause them to fail every time. The individual that's gonna win in this game, the individual that's gonna get it done in the game of life, gonna have a strong soul and a strong spirit. So it's already in you. Take time to build your soul and build your spirit and win at the game of life. Now it's go time. Let's go.
Welcome to the Morning Shift MKE. You clocked in, hittinghordradio.com. Good morning, grand risings, all them things you say. Yeah, the caption say what it say. Fuck it, I work holidays. Y'all know I don't celebrate this stuff no way. Hey, big shout out to Core DJ LA, right, in the Wake Your Ass Up morning show, because he woke my ass up. Hey, I turned the radio on when I got up, tuned in to hittinghordradio.com, and who do I hear? I hear Core DJ LA coming up out the speakers. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I thought it was a holiday. I know on holidays we normally run the mix shows or whatnot. So I jump up, fly down here, hit L like punch me in. He like, it's the 4th. I'm like, man, I knew that, right? I'm like, I'm here now. I done made it. I heard LA and thought it was time to go, so I got up here. But happy holiday to y'all anyway, even though I don't too much indulge in the holidays or whatever. But, man, y'all be safe. Everybody gonna be playing with their fireworks or whatnot. So y'all definitely be safe. And I even said, well, you know, since I'm here, and it is the 4th, and it's gonna be fireworks all over the place until about August. Take y'all to August to finish popping all that shit. Man, I hate the 4th, I swear I do. Too much noise, way too much noise. So I put together a few videos on some safety tips or whatnot. And I slid in some news you can use, of course. So we ain't gonna waste a whole lot of time. We got about 30 minutes left in the first hour. We gonna run through the videos. Phone lines is open. Anybody want to call in, chop it up with me, you more than welcome to. 414-502-9447. I got the phone in front of me. Man, it's a holiday, so we ain't necessarily on no particular, you know what I mean, vibe. Just hit me and we'll work off that. But let's get off into these videos.
A lot of preparations do go into getting everything going tonight. Those families, of course, shopping earlier and getting everything together for their big celebrations. But this also takes a team effort to get the fireworks from those barges and from the water up into the skies. It's a year's worth of work, but tonight we will see all of that preparation, all of that fantastic work become a reality and a dream come true for so many. Our Brett Vickery caught up with some of the people getting things together for tonight. She gives us a sneak peek behind the scenes.
Appreciate all you guys do here.
Yeah, a lot of work putting it on, I know that.
Carl Hepner and his family are eager to return to the lakefront fireworks for the first time in 3 years.
We have a bunch of family members here, we got the kids here, and it's just a wonderful time.
You could call it a comeback for a tradition that goes back more than half a century.
The grills are going, we've got vendors, you can go fly a kite. It's just gorgeous down here.
Guy Smith is the executive director of Milwaukee County Parks. He says they started preparing for this event a year ago, hoping COVID numbers would be down enough to have the show. From reserving portable bathrooms to fences and gathering extra staff and sponsors, the event requires organization and creativity.
There's a lot that goes into it, and really thankful to our staff and to our partners for making this thing happen.
Yes, it's a fireworks display, but for the city of Milwaukee, Sunday night is gearing up to be so much more.
We're just like, woo! It's like getting back to some sort of normalcy.
In Milwaukee, Brett Vickery, Fox 6 News.
Thank you, Brett. That is a very good point. Getting back to normalcy and getting back to family gatherings and celebrations. Again, you always wonder, the weather can be touch and go. You know, we live here in southeastern Wisconsin. We know how we roll, right? Again, you couldn't have asked for a better day. There's just a little bit of a breeze coming off of Lake Michigan, but the sun is strong. It's a wonderful, wonderful temperature right now. It looks as though it's going to be a clear night. Tom Walks just texted me to say you're in for perfection tonight, so we really couldn't ask for anything better. I have a light jacket with me, so if you are headed down here, you may want to bring that, but if you're a hardy soul, as we are here in Wisconsin, well, you can roll with those short sleeves and some shorts. We're not mad at you. Just come on down or kick back right here because we have you covered all night. The only place to watch the fireworks, of course, up close and personal and with all the vibrancy right here on Fox 6. So, Ted, I'm going to send it back to you in the studio. I honestly wish you were out here to enjoy this with me. It's fabulous.
Mary, I'm sorry. I didn't hear anything after 100 pounds of meat. I am so excited for that family just to have that good. You know, we talk about the wait being over, but the weight has also been lifted. Think about it. This is the first big event that we've gathered where you didn't need admission to something, you know? It's not opening day or Summerfest in a couple of years. And, you know, we had the Deer District last year, but this is it's just fantastic. I rode my bike down there earlier today, right along where you are, and it's just the people are in the greatest mood because the weight has been lifted.
It's my favorite event. You're absolutely right. Everybody is in a celebratory mood and everybody's just happy to be together. And like you said, it's free. What more could you ask for? So it's great. We're going to be here all night. We're going to keep on checking in with you a little bit later. Got a special guest coming up in just about 10 minutes. We'll see you then.
Good tease. I wonder who it could be. Fox 6 is the place to be. If you want to skip the crowds and the traffic, we're going to air the fireworks uninterrupted so you can watch them from the comfort of your own home. Look for the complete coverage of those lakefront fireworks on Fox 6. Your official station of summer. We have the paperwork to prove it. They'll start right after the USFL Championship.
I think it's just to bring us together and we have a good time, you know. You can just let go and enjoy life for a day.
Doesn't that sound nice? The wait is nearly over. Thousands of people coming together to enjoy life on the lakefront right now, and tonight they'll see a show they'll never forget. It's been 3 years since fireworks last lit up the Milwaukee lakefront, but in just a few hours, we're going to go from this to a beautiful night in the sky. Team coverage for you. Some people love their birthday, others live for Christmas. My co-anchor, Mary Stoker-Smith, counts the days starting in January for July 3rd along Milwaukee's lakefront. She's got a little check mark on her calendar with a big star on today. Mary, it's arrived, and it is spectacular.
Spectacular indeed, Ted. You know, I start planning wardrobe early. Guess what the easiest day of the year has been to dress so far? Today, picture perfect, and I mean picture perfect weather out here to serve as a backdrop to the fun festivities that have been going on all day long. As you said, we have waited 3 years for tonight, and one barge will set off a fabulous fireworks show for all of Milwaukee to see. It's been 3 years in the making. A lot of preparations go into this, and a lot of families start planning. We found out a little bit late this year that the fireworks were back, and you can believe people started getting all the plans together. I walked down here today and just looked at the scene along the lakefront. It was something that you could only imagine. It was just magical. Everybody has their tents out, their little smokies, families playing games, gathering, everybody in a good mood, just ready to, as we heard at the top of the show there, enjoy life and celebrate America's birthday. We certainly are doing that here along Milwaukee's lakefront. It's glorious. Right outside of the Harbor House right now, we are parked, and we see people still coming down here. Told no traffic problems that we know of, plenty of places to park, and certainly plenty of places to sit. If you want to head down here to see the fireworks in person, you better believe it's going to be a big night with a lot of oohs and ahs and bangs and just a fabulous bash here for Milwaukee to celebrate the 4th of July. Guess who else is getting a kickstart besides me? My fun co-worker, Cassidy Williams. She caught up with families who are taking it all in and who are really enjoying the day full of fun, right, Cassidy?
Yeah, Mary, pretty much everyone I talked to was just so happy to be back. For some people, they've been doing this for decades, and they were ready to pick things where they left them in 2019. I want to give you a look at what this looks like from the sky, a view of just how many people have been here today. They've been filling in really for days as some people start to set up camp a couple days early. They camp out to make sure they have the best spot. There is a lot of prep work that goes into this. I talked to one family that says they bought, get this, 100 pounds of meat. That's for them and, of course, to share as well. And really, she described what this means to Milwaukee so well.
It's so special because we get to gather with family, friends, eat, enjoy everybody around, because everybody come to each other little spot and visit and talk. That's the special thing about it, you know, family. And we ain't had that in a long time, where we can just gather with a lot of group of people and just have fun. And this in Milwaukee is like one of the best things ever.
It really is one of the best things ever. This is really kind of speaks to Milwaukee, how people just all come together and just celebrate America's holiday. And I am excited to see the fireworks in a bit, as well as all the people behind me. Back to you, Mary.
How many pounds of meat did you say, Cassidy?
100.
100. I hope they have a lot of aluminum foil to wrap up what they don't eat.
I think it'll all get eaten.
I think so too. We have a hungry crew here, so if they need anybody to help with those leftovers, we can do them a solid. All right, Cassidy, thank you. You'll be with us a little bit later tonight too. Look forward to celebrating with you.
This just in, due to the expected severe weather, the city of Waukesha postponing the fireworks set for tonight to a later date. No new date has been announced. The parade, though, still happens. That steps off at 11 a.m. this morning.
Showing y'all the dangers of this stuff. Things that can happen to you when playing with that heavy stuff. This one of the ones you got to be watching, man, on hittinghardradio.com. Facebook at We Are the Pulse of the the Pulse of the City, or Twitch, We Are the Pulse of the City. As y'all know, we are radio you can watch. But in this video here, man, the government was doing some fireworks safety demonstrations and showing the hazards.
Possibly nice day tomorrow. You might be looking to hit the water. It sure looks nice out there. And you won't be alone. Law enforcement will be out there too, cracking down on boating violations. Jason Calvi shows us how to avoid a ticket while keeping your family safe.
Independence Day weekend is one of the busiest times for Wisconsin waterways. But the American Boating Association says nationwide, it's also one of the deadliest.
You're not driving on a road where there's clearly marked lines. You have boats intersecting each other at various speeds and at various angles.
So this weekend, the Dodge County Sheriff's Office is cracking down on drinking and boating. It's part of the nationwide project called Operation Dry Water.
I gotta get some bait on here and then I can toss out.
Fisherwoman Joan Hoppenjan says she's glad to see the deputies out here. Last year, she says she witnessed a close call on this very dock.
And he came along this side and hit the pier so hard that it almost threw me off.
You can drink on the boat, but it's illegal to be impaired while operating it. It's the same legal limit as driving.
We're out here, and if we find it, we're going to make an arrest.
One of the things they're cracking down on is life vest. There needs to be at least one life vest per person on board, as well as one throwable in case somebody goes overboard.
We saw it earlier this year that failing to wear a life jacket was the main factor in a death that we had from a capsized canoe.
One of 6 Wisconsin boating deaths so far this year.
It's traumatic for anybody involved.
Nationally, the U.S. Coast Guard says most of last year's deaths were drownings. 83% of the victims were not wearing life jackets. That's why Lieutenant Brian Lowe says prioritizing your safety.
I really like walleye fishing out here.
Allows you to prioritize the fun.
Muskie fishing, particularly in fall, and I won't tell you where.
Okay, secret, but it's on this lake?
It's on this lake.
Okay, somewhere on Fox Lake. Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.
Fireworks lighting up skies across the country this Independence Day weekend. But DIY explosions could mean getting burned on the 4th of July.
Those blasts are greater than a shotgun blast.
Fire officials in Palm Beach County, Florida, a state where residents can legally buy their own fireworks, warning just how quickly the festivities can blow up. They say lighting even the smallest of sparklers can mean big danger.
Those burn at 2,000 degrees. You take a child at 5 and 6 years old, and then they get a burn 4 times hotter than an oven. That's a traumatic experience. They live with that.
Last year, at least 9 people died and over 11,000 were injured in incidents involving fireworks. And those cases are soaring. Between 2006 and 2021, fireworks injuries increased by 25% in the U.S. The pandemic has sparked supply chain issues, making professional fireworks harder to come by and raising prices. This week, authorities in Azusa, California seized 14,000 pounds of illegal fireworks stashed inside a home and storage facility.
That amount is really frightening.
One neighborhood in South Los Angeles was rocked by an explosion last year after a police operation to detonate illegal fireworks went terribly wrong, injuring 17 people and displacing some 80 residents.
Wait a minute.
The explosives are especially dangerous during the severe drought in the western U.S., where officials
You mean to tell me the police was doing something in... Wait a minute. Let me bag that up. I need to see this again.
To detonate illegal fireworks went terribly wrong, injuring 17 people and displacing some 80 residents. The explosives are especially dangerous during the severe drought in the western U.S., where officials fear they could spark a blaze. Fire in the hole! The safest way to celebrate? Leave the fireworks to the professionals and only buy them if they're legal in your area. If they are, here's how to set off sparks and not get burned. Light firecrackers one at a time and then get out of the way quickly. Never try to relight a firecracker that didn't ignite. And don't set off fireworks if you've been using alcohol or drugs. Simple steps to light up the night without an accident.
Man, ain't nobody following them rules.
All right, Priscilla, we know that you mentioned there the concerns over fireworks becoming a larger fire hazard. I know you have some more tips for us on how to avoid that.
Ain't nobody gonna follow them rules. They drinking and smoking while they enjoying the fireworks.
Fire risk. So the big tip here is that if you are doing these at home, you want to make sure you have a bucket of water or a garden hose nearby. And as soon as these firecrackers go out, you want to pick them up and drop it in the bucket of water to ensure that there's no fire danger. And of course, you always want to be doing this on a concrete surface, not on grass. Guys?
Yeah, that water is definitely a great tip. We also want to mention this is Priscilla's first report on the Today Show.
Hey there.
Welcome to the Today Show. She's a Hall of Famer on News Now from Top Story. But this is her first time. Priscilla, great job.
One of the best.
Now you can exhale.
Yeah. Congrats, Priscilla. Well done.
Thank you. I know. Exhale. And what better holiday than the 4th of July to do it?
Yeah.
Amen.
And Priscilla, I'll take 4 packs of Roman candles. So if you get that perfect.
You'll have them shipped here right after the show.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipe.
I done told him about that. He always trying to slide in his promo. I'm me doing that to the videos I stole from you. What's next, y'all?
Well, we're just a couple of days away from the 4th of July.
That's right, but before setting out those fireworks at home, it's important to understand the risks that come with them. Luckily, Carlos is doing this for us this morning. He's got a special guest to talk about some of the unexpected dangers. You're a new dad. You should be an expert at this by now.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of unexpected dangers, including like little party poppers like this. You pull something like that, it's got a little spark to it. And then, of course, the bigger ones like this, Mike Pruitt from the fire department is here. You can see that one went straight up in the air and went off. Now, this is very important, the staging of your fireworks. Tell me what staging means.
Well, especially if we're going to be shooting off mortar shells like this. We need to be in a big open area with no structures around, limited people, where we have plenty of room. The ground is moist. Right. All right, so we're down here, we're looking. I've mounted my mortar tube because these things can fall over so easy.
Especially if you're getting away.
Yes, and that round falls over and ends up shooting at somebody. So you make sure you either stack sandbags, something around that to hold that. I have my bucket of water to take and put Any type of hot fireworks or sprinklers, I discard those in here. I have my fire
Good
extinguisher
morning, Kathy.
ready.
Good morning, Dawn.
And for you, Carlos, I have a first aid kit.
Definitely need that, of course.
But I just want to make sure that I've got a good area. I don't want to be shooting these off of a deck or anything wooden. This nice grassy area out here is perfect for this out in the open.
All right. So, guys, one of the main things, too, is also make sure that the surface is flat that you're going off of as well.
If it's on a hill, you're going to get yourself in trouble.
And make sure you get your hose out there as well. We've got more tips throughout the morning, and in case you're wondering, yes, there will be another watermelon blown up in about 15 minutes.
Blowing up them perfectly good watermelons.
All right, we'll be watching, Carlos. Thanks.
You're ready to grill out for the 4th? Get ready to shell out more cash.
The American Farm Bureau says a typical cookout is going to cost 17% more this year. Jason Calvi joins us live now to get you ready for the holiday weekend.
Well, Steph, if you're going to be cooking up chicken, expect to be paid 33% more than you did this time last year. The American Farm Bureau estimates 2 pounds of that's going to cost you $9 this year. Compare that to last year when it was $6.74.
Number 7.
Counting the cost of meat.
How can I help you today?
As customers stock up.
Absolutely, sure. Do you want that all in one package?
At Bunzel's in Milwaukee.
What you making, some burgers?
We ask our Independence Day shoppers.
Must be a holiday coming up, eh?
Feeling inflation. Bunzel's original brats are still what they've been for the past few years, $4.99 a pound.
That's been pretty stable, kind of thing. Pork itself has been pretty stable. It has rose a little bit, but we absorbed that cost.
And the prime ribeye prices are
they want
cooling
everybody
down.
eating that
At
garbage.
one point, they were up to like $37.99 a pound. Now I've got them back down at $29, which is our average.
Surviving the pandemic, supply shortages, and now inflation.
But we're still in business.
Linda Bedwell.
You can't have 4th of July without brats.
Getting ready to host.
Of course, potato salad.
Out-of-towners and estimates it's costing double what it did last year.
Man, she just made me want some barbecue. Who cooking, y'all? I'm coming by your house today.
Everything else, I don't think we have any options, so you just kind of deal with it.
The Wisconsin Farm Bureau says don't blame the farmers.
Cost of fuel is up. Fertilizer has nearly tripled in the last year. So even though we're seeing higher prices, it's not even beginning to cover the expenses on the farm.
Have you had all these kinds before?
As you pay a little bit more when you check out.
Have a great camping trip and a good 4th. Thank you.
So the American Farm Bureau estimates if you're having a cookout for 10 people, it's going to cost you about $70 this year. That's actually $10 more than it was last year. Now, they do have some tips. If you're going shopping, they say it's important to prepare ahead of time to have that list, as well as to be smart about how you take care of your leftovers. But here in Milwaukee, it doesn't look like we're going to have any problem with the leftovers. For now, we're live in Milwaukee. Jason Calvi, Fox 6 News.
And not with your family, Jason, with all those kiddos you got. Cooking up good for the Calvi family. Love it. Thanks, Jason.
That's right.
Well, 1 week has passed since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, ending federal protection of abortion. And as expected, the political battle over a woman's right to abortion is fully engaged in the United States.
But this Democratic governor is going to hold the line to protect women's reproductive freedom in our state.
The rights of millions of women across this country are now falling on the shoulders of just a handful of states.
Those Democratic governors met in a virtual call with President Biden today. The president said Congress needs to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land. But Republican-led states like Arkansas argue that the federal government should stay out of the debate.
The Supreme Court decision said each state's going to make its own decisions in this, which is traditional public health matters. Arkansas has made its decision. Other states might look at it differently.
Wisconsin Governor Tony Evers was not part of the Democrats' conversation with the president. Wisconsin has filed a lawsuit challenging the state's 173-year-old law banning abortion.
And that 173-year-old abortion.
I wonder why they didn't, even before this got repealed, they didn't try to get that law off the books. They thought, I guess maybe they thought they'd never come for it. Well, they came for it. And now it is what it is.
Ban is still in limbo. State officials have filed a lawsuit claiming it can't be enforced. But as we speak, women are crossing the border to get care in states where abortion is clearly legal. CBS 58's Gabriella Vaquera spoke with 2 Illinois women who were opening up their homes to those who were looking for support.
1 week ago. I knew it was coming.
People across the country took in the United States Supreme Court ruling, striking down Roe v. Wade and leaving abortion laws up to the states for the first time in nearly 50 years.
Numb, just numb.
Are you angry? In Wisconsin, most providers have since stopped performing the procedure as state officials and lawmakers argue over the criminal abortion ban from the 1800s.
I am deeply concerned about the burden that this is going to put on states like Illinois when we have women from many different states who are crossing state lines to come here to get the health care that they need.
Jordan Parker and Nessa Vadian Kazulu are two of dozens of people who immediately posted to social media offering up their support, including opening their homes to women seeking care across the southern border in Illinois.
I will provide a safe place to sleep, healthy meals, emotional support, transportation if needed.
That is what I would hope someone would do for me.
The ruling doesn't directly impact these women, and opening your home to strangers can be unusual.
I just want to do whatever I can to make sure that's still available for people.
But they understand what many women will go through and want to show them that there's a community of support out there, even if it's not in their own neighborhood.
There are so many people out there who are supporting them.
Reporting in Milwaukee,
I think that I'll be very busy, unfortunately.
Gabriela Becerra, CBS 58 News.
Oh, we all remember our first paycheck, don't we? 200 Milwaukee boys, they earned theirs today.
Fox 6's Ashley Sears has more on the summer youth program.
The other day I ran that story when they had all them folks up there, the mayor, Brother Earl, and everybody in regards to that camp with the youth. I guess this is a follow-up from that.
It's teaching kids about work ethic and respect.
At Clovernook Park on Milwaukee's northwest side, a cleanup is underway.
We gotta help the community.
Dozens of boys are hard at work.
That feels really good. I got my first job.
They're all part of Camp Rise, employing 200 boys, ages 10 to 15 from Milwaukee's inner city.
They teaching us how to respect each other, how to be a young man, and not trying to do like this, like other people doing, stealing cars and stuff like that.
5 days a week for most of the summer, the kids are either cleaning the city.
You talk about being financial literate.
Or in the classroom at North Division High School.
Mr. Carter.
For the first time Friday, they're earning a paycheck.
Many of these young boys don't know anything about the possibilities of what they can be. So one of our main focuses is to give them opportunities.
The program is the brainchild of Earl Ingram. His group Voices of the Elders serve as mentors.
It's easier to direct children when they're young and lead them down a proper path than it is to try to turn them around.
The kids meet from 8 in the morning to lunchtime for 7 days a week.
Because it's teaching these kids discipline, it's giving them structure, teaching them about respect.
A program trying to inspire Milwaukee boys to be leaders.
Just keep doing what I do and make it better.
In Milwaukee, Ashley Sears, Fox 6 News.
I think they had a good time. This is the first year for Camp Rise. Next year, organizers want to expand it to 1,000 kids for both boys and girls. The program is funded by federal dollars allocated through the governor's office and MPS.
A Milwaukee College basketball recruit facing weapons-related felonies in New York is now out on bail. He spoke with our Madeline O'Neill. She's live with an update.
Yeah, they got the brother. He out, y'all. So now he can fight his case from the street. I wonder if he back in Milwaukee. I'm going to see. I didn't even get a chance to watch the interview he did with them yet. But I would like to get the brother over here on HiddenHeartRadio.com. So if any of the listeners out there happen to know him, reach out to him for me, get him my information, have him get up with me. We want to holler at him over here. Bring him on the Morning Shift MKE. Chop it up with us.
Well, we first told you this story last week after Sarian McGee was arrested and held without bail while being recruited to play basketball at Canisius College in Buffalo. Since then, a judge set his bail at $100,000. And now that he's out, we're talking with him and Canisius College about what comes next.
He adores basketball. He adores his family.
While Sarian McGee is planning to go far.
Get to the NBA and, just take care of my family.
His mother is going the distance for him.
Every Sunday, and I come back Tuesday.
Making that 10-hour drive from Milwaukee to New York State now that he's out on bail. Court order to stay in Erie County.
He's worth it. If it's 50 hours, I'll drive it.
McGee was arrested June 12th. Court documents say Canisius College public safety officers found magazines and a shotgun in McGee's car parked in the Canisius Athletics lot, and that McGee told officers he was carrying 2 loaded handguns and more magazines. He's facing 15 weapons-related felonies in Erie County Court. A New York State Supreme Court judge questioned why McGee either ignored or wasn't familiar with the New York State gun laws when he moved.
Everything's gonna be fine.
While McGee isn't commenting on the charges or the situation, his mother says the guns were purchased legally, and her son didn't know the stricter laws of New York State.
Just because you have a gun don't mean that you are a violent person.
Right.
It just means that you could be a person that wants to protect yourself.
In a statement on McGee, Canisius College says, quote, "The narrative that is surrounding the situation of his arrest for possession of guns is not reflective of our experience with the young man. However, given the severity of the charges he is facing, he will not be a member of our program." McGee says he's still going after his dream.
Just because this situation, it don't mean I'm gonna stop working. I'm gonna continue to work.
Prison sentences on those charges range from 3.5 years to 15 years. And according to online court documents, McGee is due back in court November 1st. Live in Milwaukee, Madeline O'Neill, Fox 6 News.
Milwaukee police say a 3-year-old boy is in critical condition after he was shot Saturday night, the second toddler to be shot in Milwaukee in just the last 2 days. Sam Kramer is live for us near 52nd and North. And Sam, what's the latest on this particular investigation?
Yeah, hi there, Ted. Milwaukee police were quick to say this shooting, which happened about 7:30 last night, appeared to be accidental, but they have not said why, and that's really the extent of what police are sharing so far, at least publicly. We've been out here most of the day, and it's really, if you didn't know what happened yesterday, you really couldn't tell from that point. We spoke with a neighbor off camera who said it happened inside an apartment building here behind us. Others told us, again, they had no idea the shooting happened at all. It's unclear if the boy shot himself or if somebody else pulled the trigger. We've asked for clarification on that from police, but we haven't heard back. We also don't know if police have identified any suspects in this case. But here's what we do know. Detectives are asking anyone who may know something or have information on what happened to contact them either by phone or anonymously through Crime Stoppers. Of course, when we hear more, we'll pass those details on to you. We're live tonight in Milwaukee. Sam Kramer, Fox 6 News.
Appreciate that update, Sam. Thank you.
Monkeypox.
Man, y'all, I knew it was going to happen. I think we all knew it was going to happen eventually. But yes, the monkeypox have made it to Wisconsin. Y'all remember I showed y'all pictures of the monkeypox right about a week or so ago. But yeah, monkeypox is here, y'all. They done made it to Wisconsin. They ain't put it in Milwaukee yet, but it's here in Wisconsin. So yeah, be careful, man. Do your research on it. Find out whatever you can and try to protect yourself.
In Wisconsin, according to state health officials, 1 person's in isolation after contracting the rare virus. Case numbers are increasing worldwide. Madeline O'Neill joining us live. And Maddie, health officials say the risk is low, but there are some things the Department of Health Services wants you to know about.
Exactly, right. Well, DHS officials aren't giving many details in this specific case, but we do know this is an adult from Dane County, and DHS says there are likely more such cases. So that's why they want clinicians and people all around Wisconsin to know the signs. As the rare monkeypox pops up in more and more places.
What we're seeing now is transmission aided by international travel, among other things.
State health officials want to spread the word.
So it doesn't cause severe disease and it's not terribly transmissible. But it is a big deal that we make people aware of it because we don't want to miss any cases.
According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, that's more than 450 monkeypox cases across the country. Now 1 in Wisconsin. State epidemiologist Dr. Ryan Westergaard says it mostly spreads from skin-to-skin contact.
In this current outbreak globally, it turns out that it has been transmitted through sexual or other intimate contact more commonly than we anticipated.
The disease can bring fever, swollen lymph nodes, and bumps like this.
If people have symptoms that resemble other STDs, like herpes, for example, and they've potentially traveled to a place where they also heard that monkeypox has been diagnosed, that would be a signal to go and get tested.
Well, Westergaard says it's important to slow the spread.
You don't want it, for sure.
He isn't expecting another pandemic.
We're much better prepared, and we have the advantage of knowing more about this virus and already having vaccines that we believe are effective.
Monkeypox usually clears up on its own, but it is still important to stay home when you're infected. And Westergaard says there is a theory on why we're seeing more monkeypox. It's because it's so similar to smallpox, which has been eradicated. We no longer vaccinate against it widely, so there's just not that immunity in the community. Live in Milwaukee, Madeline O'Neill, Fox 6 News.
Yeah, something we don't have to freak out about, but just we have to know it's here. We have to be aware about it.
Yeah, y'all be careful, man. They're going to take us out with something, right? But that's it for the first hour of the morning shift, MKE. We're going to get over to the music, y'all. So keep it locked, hittinghardradio.com. It's the 4th of July. Somebody bring me some barbecue. Let's go.
This is hittinghardradio.com.